In this video, you will learn about 2 vitamins that, quite unexpectedly, weaken the muscles in your legs, even though they are often believed to be essential for maintaining good health. You may be surprised to discover that these very vitamins, along with certain foods and harmful dietary combinations, are silently eroding your strength day by day. These vitamins are widely promoted as beneficial, yet in reality, they can cause your muscles to become weak, your joints to feel tense, and your walk to become unsteady and painful. The most alarming part is that this threat is present in your everyday life. With each meal and every sip you take, you may be unknowingly feeding your own physical weakness. And that is not all. It is possible that you are currently taking these supplements, purchased at the pharmacy with the best intentions. You may believe you are supporting your bones and overall health, but in fact, you could be accelerating the loss of muscle mass and damaging your legs. This video will open your eyes to the truth. You will find out which common foods lead to chronic fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and discomfort in the legs. Most importantly, you will understand what needs to be avoided immediately in order to restore your strength, vitality, and freedom of movement. Do you want to maintain strong legs for years to come and age with energy? Then be sure to watch this all the way through. It could change your life. This video is going to be incredibly informative and helpful. If you want to take control of your health like a pro, give it a like, and let's get started. 15. Sweets and desserts, a hidden threat to the health of your legs after the age of 60. Since childhood, desserts have been associated with pleasure and comfort. However, after the age of 60, this so-called harmless indulgence can turn into a silent enemy. Why is that? The answer lies in sugar. Excessive consumption of refined sugar triggers inflammatory processes in the body, especially in the muscles and joints. Inflammation makes the legs more sensitive, painful, and vulnerable to injury. Sugar disrupts energy metabolism by increasing insulin resistance. As a result, muscles receive less energy, become weaker, and function less effectively. Every extra kilogram gained from sweets adds additional strain to the legs. Even 1 extra pound forces the muscles and joints to work harder. At an older age, when muscle mass naturally declines, this becomes particularly dangerous. But that is not all. Sugar raises the level of toxins in the body, further intensifying inflammation. The higher the level of inflammation, the poorer the blood circulation becomes, meaning that the muscles in your legs receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. This slows down tissue recovery and leaves the legs weak and stiff. And all of this can be caused by a single slice of cake. Moreover, sweets contain very few essential nutrients such as protein and magnesium, which are vital for muscle health. What you get instead are empty calories that harm your body. Even more concerning is that most store-bought desserts are filled with harmful additives, colorants, flavorings, and preservatives that increase inflammation and damage the muscular system. If you have noticed that your legs feel weaker, the cause might be nothing more than a daily habit of eating sweets. Replace store-bought desserts with natural alternatives, such as fruit with cinnamon or homemade desserts made with minimal sugar. Yes, you can still enjoy dessert, but do so wisely. Your legs and your body will thank you. 14. Fried food, another enemy of leg strength and mobility after the age of 60. Giving up fried food is not easy. French fries, donuts, chicken nuggets, they are all delicious. However, after the age of 60, their effect on the body becomes increasingly harmful. These foods are high in trans fats and saturated fats, which promote inflammation throughout the body. As a result, muscles become stiff, joints turn painful, and legs start to feel weak and fatigued. Fried dishes also impair blood circulation. Poor circulation means that muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, which slows tissue repair. Blood vessels become clogged, tissue renewal is disrupted, and the legs are the first to suffer. In addition, fried food contributes to weight gain, which increases stress on the joints and speeds up their deterioration. For older adults, this creates a double burden: muscle loss combined with heightened discomfort. Many people notice that their legs feel heavier after a fried dinner. This is not a coincidence, but a natural reaction of the body to an overload of harmful fats. Fried foods are also lacking in protein, vitamins, and minerals. This means that instead of strengthening the body, they contribute to its breakdown. Legs become less stable, balance while walking is compromised, and climbing stairs becomes more difficult. Cutting fried food from your diet is one of the simplest steps toward restoring mobility and confidence in movement. Replace fried meals with dishes that are baked, stewed, or steamed. Your legs, your heart, and your overall activity in older age will benefit greatly from that change. 13. White bread, a hidden threat to leg muscles after the age of 60. White bread is a familiar breakfast item and a convenient snack for millions of people. However, after the age of 60, it can become a silent disruptor of leg health. Made from refined flour, white bread lacks fiber and essential nutrients, making it a fast-digesting carbohydrate with a high glycemic index. The sharp spikes in blood sugar caused by such bread interfere with the body's energy metabolism, especially within the muscle cells in the legs. When consumed regularly, white bread increases insulin resistance, making it harder for glucose to enter the muscles. When muscles do not receive enough energy, they weaken and begin to lose mass. This is especially concerning in older age when muscle mass naturally decreases over time. As a result, fatigue, weakness, and instability in the legs become more common. That is not all. White bread does not provide the necessary proteins or minerals, making it ineffective for muscle maintenance and recovery. Meanwhile, as the body ages, it requires more protein to prevent sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass. Consistently eating white bread without replacing it with more nutritious alternatives only accelerates this process. What makes matters worse is the combination of white bread with butter, cheese, or sugary spreads. This dramatically increases calorie intake and contributes to weight gain. Each additional kilogram puts extra pressure on the legs, joints, and spine. The consequences include pain, inflammation, reduced mobility, and a greater risk of falling. Each slice of white bread may seem harmless, but a daily habit can quietly undermine your strength and stability. Fortunately, there are healthier alternatives. Whole grain breads, especially those made from oats, rye, flaxseed, or sourdough, contain fiber, vital nutrients, and help maintain stable blood sugar levels. When paired with sources of protein and healthy fats such as eggs or avocado, they offer strong nutritional support for the muscles in your legs. You do not have to give up bread, just make smarter choices. And this is only the beginning. In this video, you will also learn about 2 dangerous vitamins that quietly weaken your legs. 12. Alcohol and its impact on leg health after the age of 60. As we get older, even moderate alcohol consumption can cause significant harm. After the age of 60, the body becomes less efficient at processing alcohol, so every glass of wine or beer places a greater burden on the system than it did before. One of the main consequences is the impaired absorption of essential minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these nutrients, muscles grow weaker, bones lose strength, and the risk of fractures increases sharply. Alcohol also directly interferes with muscle recovery. After any form of physical activity, it becomes more difficult for the body to repair itself, leading to soreness, stiffness, and muscle fatigue. Frequent dehydration caused by alcohol further reduces flexibility and contributes to nighttime leg cramps. The liver is also affected, and this is important because it plays a key role in producing the substances needed for tissue regeneration. In addition, alcohol is high in calories. Even a single evening of drinking can lead to an increase in abdominal fat, and that extra weight ends up placing more pressure on your legs and joints. When combined with the natural loss of muscle mass due to aging, this can result in a significant decline in mobility. Pay close attention to how your body reacts to alcohol. If you wake up feeling drained and worn out after just 1 glass of wine, that is not a coincidence. It is your body signaling that your muscles are struggling. Regular alcohol consumption increases inflammation, reduces the desire to move, and gradually takes away your strength, energy, and independence. And remember, in the next few minutes, you will learn which 2 vitamins you may already be taking without realizing that they are quietly weakening the strength of your legs. 11. Processed meat, a blow to leg health after the age of 60. For many people, processed meat is a convenient part of their daily diet. However, foods like bacon, sausage, and ham carry a serious risk, especially for older adults. These products are loaded with sodium and chemical preservatives that trigger chronic inflammation in the body. It is this inflammation that makes the joints and muscles in the legs feel sore, stiff, and fatigued. That feeling of tightness in your legs in the morning may very well be the result of regularly consuming these foods. In addition, processed meats are high in saturated fats, which impair blood circulation, increase levels of bad cholesterol, and reduce the amount of oxygen reaching the muscles. This slows recovery and weakens the legs. Add to that the strain placed on the liver and kidneys from the toxins and preservatives, the disruption of glucose metabolism, and the decline in energy. And the result is a constant sense of heaviness and fatigue in the legs. As we age and naturally lose muscle tone, this kind of diet becomes particularly harmful. The solution is simple. Replace processed meats with healthier options such as eggs, chicken breast, fish, or lean beef. Use olive oil instead of bacon and boiled eggs instead of sausage, and your body will respond positively. Your legs will feel lighter and your movements more stable. It is a smart compromise between taste and health. 10. Instant noodles, a hidden trap for your legs. For those who value convenience, instant noodles may seem like the perfect solution. However, in reality, they are a high-calorie food lacking in nutritional value, made primarily from refined flour and artificial substances. They contain almost no protein, fiber, or essential micronutrients needed to support muscle mass. The main danger lies in their extremely high sodium content. A single portion can contain more than half of the recommended daily intake of sodium, leading to fluid retention, swelling, and a heavy sensation in the legs. On top of that, it raises blood pressure and worsens circulation, which directly affects how well the muscles and joints are nourished. Flavor enhancers and additives, including monosodium glutamate, intensify inflammation, damaging joints and contributing to discomfort. The high glycemic index of instant noodles causes fluctuations in blood sugar levels, making it harder for muscles to use energy efficiently. As a result, weakness, cramps, and fatigue begin to set in. Even a simple walk to the store can turn into an exhausting ordeal. 9. Commercial cakes, a sweet delight that takes a toll on your legs. Commercially produced cakes may bring back memories of childhood, but after the age of 60, they can begin to rob you of your mobility. These cakes are often packed with processed sugar, trans fats, and artificial additives. These ingredients disrupt healthy metabolism and trigger inflammation, especially in the joints of the legs. Sugar interferes with insulin sensitivity, leading to fat accumulation and reducing the nutrients delivered to muscles. Trans fats lower levels of good cholesterol and impair circulation, depriving the muscles of oxygen and energy. The outcome is a noticeable loss of strength, stiffness, and reduced mobility. Emulsifiers and artificial colorings found in these cakes can weaken the immune system and promote inflammation in the legs. Their high-calorie content, combined with low nutritional value, only worsens the deficiency of essential nutrients such as protein, magnesium, and calcium. This kind of diet contributes to chronic fatigue and a decline in physical activity. Fortunately, there is a better option. Homemade cakes made with whole grain flour, fruits, and healthy oils can be just as enjoyable while offering real benefits. This is more than just dessert. It is an investment in your mobility, strength, and confidence in your body. 8. Ultra-processed cheeses, a silent enemy to your legs. At first glance, processed cheese slices, spreads, and individually wrapped portions may seem convenient and tasty. But after the age of 60, these ultra-processed products can pose a serious threat to the health of your legs. Their high sodium content leads to fluid retention and increased blood pressure, while the saturated fats reduce blood vessel flexibility and slow circulation. The result is swelling, heaviness, and discomfort in the legs. These cheeses are also high in phosphates and preservatives, which disrupt the body's mineral balance. As a result, the absorption of calcium and magnesium, two minerals essential for muscle contraction and bone strength, becomes impaired. The consequences include muscle fatigue, cramps, and joint discomfort. Since the muscles in the legs are the largest in the body, they are affected first. Unlike natural cheeses, ultra-processed varieties lack complete proteins. They provide calories, but not the building blocks muscles need. Over time, this leads to muscle loss, weakened legs, and reduced mobility. If you feel sluggish or weighed down after eating these cheeses, it is not a coincidence. It is a real consequence of their inflammatory and mineral-depleting effects. With each passing day, weakness increases, and even short walks begin to feel like a strain, all because of that convenient cheese on toast. Fortunately, there is a better option. Ricotta, cottage cheese, soft goat cheese, or farm-style cheese are excellent natural alternatives. They supply your muscles with protein and give your legs the support they need. And do not forget, we are getting closer to revealing the two most harmful vitamins for your legs. 7. Commercial ice cream, sweet but dangerous. Ice cream is a favorite treat on hot days or simply for pleasure. However, after the age of 60, commercially produced varieties can do more harm than you might realize. Saturated fats and refined sugar in these desserts trigger inflammation and cause sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. After the initial sugar surge comes a crash, leaving your muscles without energy. This results in tired, weak legs that are more prone to cramping. Poor blood circulation caused by unhealthy fats prevents muscles from receiving enough oxygen. This can lead to numbness, tingling sensations, spasms, and even increased risk of falling. On top of that, artificial colorings, emulsifiers, and flavorings make this product not only nutritionally empty, but also harmful. Chronic inflammation caused by these ingredients directly affects joint health and muscle tissue. Ice cream contains almost no protein, calcium, or magnesium, all of which are essential for strong bones and muscles. The calories it provides are empty, and the result is fatigued legs, reduced endurance, and a loss of confidence in movement. A better option is to make homemade ice cream from frozen fruit and Greek yogurt, or to choose coconut or cashew-based ice creams without additives and sugar. 6. Milk chocolate, a pleasure your joints end up paying for. Milk chocolate is a common treat in the diets of many older adults. However, the combination of sugar and saturated fats it contains is one of the primary triggers of inflammation in the body. It disrupts insulin function, causes energy imbalances in the muscles, and weakens them over time. The low cocoa content is another concern. Cocoa is where antioxidants and flavonoids are found, yet most milk chocolate bars are simply fatty, processed confections filled with additives that can impair the liver and pancreas and interfere with the absorption of nutrients. As a result, muscles begin to lose strength, and the legs become a source of stiffness and discomfort. Spikes in blood sugar levels lead to sharp increases in insulin, which quickly depletes muscle energy. Regular consumption of this type of chocolate is also linked to weight gain, particularly in the abdominal area, which adds extra pressure on the joints in the legs and lower back. If you do not want to give up chocolate entirely, choose dark chocolate with at least 85% cocoa content. In moderate amounts, it can actually support your health by improving circulation and supporting your blood vessels. 5. Canned foods. Convenience that your legs pay the price for. At first glance, canned foods may seem like a quick and convenient solution. However, for people over the age of 60, they can become a serious source of health issues. Most canned products contain sodium benzoate, nitrites, artificial colorings, and large amounts of salt. These substances increase inflammation, disrupt circulation, and interfere with the body's ability to properly repair muscle tissue. As a result, muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients and gradually become weaker. Excess salt also leads to fluid retention, causing swelling, heaviness, and discomfort in the legs. This is especially concerning for people with high blood pressure, which includes nearly half of all individuals over 60. The cardiovascular system becomes overburdened, muscles are undernourished, and even a short walk can become a struggle. The nutritional value of these foods is also very low. Even canned vegetables and meats lose much of their vitamin and mineral content. Meanwhile, the body absorbs toxins and chemical additives, which cause metabolic stress and worsen muscle fatigue. Some canned goods may also contain aluminum, which can accumulate in body tissues and impair the nervous system. The consequences include tremors, unsteadiness, poor coordination, and an increased risk of falling. This is the hidden cost of convenience, but it can be avoided. A better choice is to use fresh, frozen, or naturally fermented foods that are free from artificial ingredients. Cooking at home with real, whole ingredients will give your body the support it needs, and your legs will thank you. 4. Snacks and cookies, silent destroyers of your strength. Filled cookies, chips, crackers, and mass-produced snack foods are some of the most harmful choices, especially after the age of 60. These items are loaded with artificial flavorings, colorings, stabilizers, and preservatives that overburden the liver and kidneys and interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients. What do you get as a result? A high amount of calories and almost no protein, fiber, or minerals. For an aging body that requires richer nutrition to offset the natural loss of muscle mass, this becomes a serious problem. One of the most dangerous ingredients in these snacks is trans fats. These fats clog blood vessels, reduce blood flow to the muscles, and deprive them of oxygen. The result is fatigue, swelling, instability, and discomfort in the legs. Over time, this weakness intensifies and mobility begins to decline. The excess salt in these foods causes fluid retention, making the legs even more swollen. On top of that, these products cause blood sugar spikes followed by rapid drops, which lead to constant hunger and a steady drain on muscle energy. A better solution is to switch to natural snacks, such as nuts, fruit and seed bars, or homemade oatmeal cookies. They are tasty, simple, and do not harm your joints or muscles. 3. Monosodium glutamate, a hidden enemy. Packet soups, meat bouillon cubes, instant noodles, and pre-mixed seasonings often contain monosodium glutamate. While this additive enhances flavor, it can negatively affect the nervous system and muscles, especially in older adults. Monosodium glutamate interferes with the function of neurotransmitters responsible for muscle contraction, which can lead to discomfort, tingling sensations, and a feeling of weakness. As the body ages, it becomes more sensitive to toxins, and the reaction to monosodium glutamate becomes more pronounced. This additive also triggers chronic inflammation, disrupts blood flow in the limbs, causes cramping, and contributes to ongoing muscle weakness. Products containing monosodium glutamate are often also high in sodium, delivering a double blow to leg health. Combined with impaired energy metabolism, this leads to weak, shaky legs that struggle to support even routine physical activity. Many people are unaware they are consuming monosodium glutamate because it is often listed under different names, such as flavor enhancer, yeast extract, or hydrolyzed protein. Pay close attention to ingredient labels and choose natural flavorings instead. Garlic, lemon, onion, olive oil, and spices are healthier alternatives. 2. Vitamin A, when something beneficial becomes harmful. Vitamin A is undeniably important. It supports vision, immune function, and skin health. However, after the age of 60, an excess of this vitamin can become dangerous, especially for the muscles in the legs. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at metabolizing this fat-soluble vitamin, leading to its buildup in the liver and joints. One of the key signs of vitamin A toxicity is muscle pain in the legs and lower back, which is often mistaken for joint or spinal issues. Along with pain, symptoms may include weakness, cramps, difficulty walking, and trouble climbing stairs. Vitamin A also interferes with the absorption of magnesium and calcium, two minerals that are essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. When these minerals are deficient, the result is fatigue, spasms, and reduced mobility. Another serious concern is the loss of bone minerals, particularly in the legs and pelvic region. For individuals with osteopenia or osteoporosis, too much vitamin A increases the risk of fractures. In addition, when the liver is overloaded, it produces less energy, which leads to muscle weakness. The root of these issues is often self-treatment and unmonitored use of supplements. Vitamin A is already present in foods such as liver, carrots, pumpkin, egg yolks, and whole milk. A balanced diet typically provides everything the body needs. Supplements, especially those found in multivitamins or fortified foods, often result in excess intake. That is why it is essential to monitor your total intake and consult a healthcare provider before taking additional vitamin A. 1. Vitamin D, the light and shadow of a single nutrient. Vitamin D is widely known as the sunshine vitamin and is commonly used to support bone health and the immune system. However, for people over the age of 60, excessive intake, especially in supplement form, can lead to serious problems with leg health. Vitamin D toxicity, or hypervitaminosis D, occurs when too much of the vitamin accumulates in the body. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that are excreted in urine, vitamin D is stored in fat tissues. This can cause elevated calcium levels in the blood, known as hypercalcemia, which often presents as cramping, a burning sensation in the muscles, stiffness, and weakness in the legs. Excess calcium may then be deposited into soft tissues, including muscles and tendons. As a result, the legs, particularly the knees, thighs, and calves, can become rigid, less mobile, and painful under physical strain. Instead of being beneficial, vitamin D becomes a contributor to inflammation, discomfort, and limited movement. Furthermore, too much vitamin D puts extra strain on the kidneys, impairing their ability to filter calcium and other substances. This leads to swelling in the legs, pain, and general muscle weakness. A dangerous cycle begins. More vitamin D leads to more calcium, reduced kidney function, and increased discomfort. It is critical to understand that vitamin D should only be taken based on blood test results. Dosages must be personalized, taking into account overall health and a doctor's guidance. Too much vitamin D can be just as harmful as not enough, especially when it comes to the strength and freedom of movement in your legs. Conclusion. We often assume that vitamins are always beneficial. However, the truth is that excessive intake of vitamin A and vitamin D can seriously harm the health of your legs. It can weaken your muscles, lead to discomfort, and even increase the risk of fractures. After the age of 60, the body does not need more supplements. It needs a thoughtful approach to nutrition and moderation. If you want to maintain strong, mobile, and healthy legs, avoid self-medicating. Monitor your vitamin levels through blood tests and follow only the guidance of qualified healthcare professionals. Next, I recommend checking out these videos, and don't forget to leave your likes and comments. I'm looking forward to them.